Hey y'all, what's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to my channel. It's your girl, Brandy. It's me. See, they're gonna be working on the roads today. Something that's gonna grind my gears, but whatever. That's life. Life is always lifing. But so this is a like, I ain't really do a proper update in the last video, and I'm not crying yet, y'all. This is medicine rolling down my eye and shit. But this gonna be two parts. This gonna be me updating because it ain't gonna take that long, and then the other part of it is gonna be where I think the concept of forgiveness came from. First part. So while I've been going through this transition, yo, I just been like accomplishing shit. Like, I finished school, I passed both my tests, I'm officially a certified cosmetologist, hairologist, hair specialist, because I really want to focus on hair care and not well, for me, I'm gonna be wearing wigs probably the rest of my life, because my hair is, because of the hydrogenitis suppurativa, my hair is, I'm losing my hair, and it's thinning, and so I'm contemplating just and I'm gonna show y'all my hair, because I'm contemplating shaving my hair off because of the damage, and because I don't think it's gonna grow back in the places where I have like bald spots at, and so I'm contemplating that. But anyway, I've moved up in my job, which I talked about before. I have accomplished things as far as not allowing so much of the negative energies or entities dictate my day. Like I said, when I go to work, there's a part that's working me that's turned on, and then the rest of my whatever I'm feeling, I don't project it. So I feel like that's an achievement as well. Like, just being in my father's space, putting up boundaries, and not allowing him to continuously say whatever he want to say to me without me, like, I'm usually like, okay, I usually let a lot of stuff go, and that's probably like the people pleasing part of me. It's just like not wanting to hurt nobody on purpose, and I know that my mouth is treacherous. Like, I told you I ain't been perfect. I've said things to people that I probably shouldn't have said out of anger. I've like, when you piss me off to that level, like, if you really take me there, like, my mouth is terrible, so just don't take me there. That's how I feel about it. Like, just don't take me there, and you won't hear or see that side of me if that's not what you doing. Like, if you're not projecting your shit on me, then I'm not gonna see, I don't know what they doing. I'm not going to project. The people pleasing part of me was like, I'm not going to I'm not gonna say this, I'm not gonna say that, because it's gonna hurt people's feelings, da, 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 da. And that's how I carried it for a minute. And so moving with him has been like the ultimate test of all time, to try to maintain my sanity. And it hasn't been easy. Like, it's been a constant psychological and mental attack on my spirit, and that's why I have this dye on my eye, because whenever I told you in the last video, whenever I'm around that type of energy for too long, it's like, if somebody's all like, I don't, whether he consciously doing it or not, or those people consciously doing it and not, sending that negative shit my way, like, I can only repel it for so long, like, because it festers in my internal, and then it just comes out in the external and shit, like styles or whatever. So I feel like that's doing that and having to battle that, just being in there with my father has been an accomplishment. that I'm excelling in, and he hates it so bad. Like, I quit smoking. This man was like, oh, you quit smoking? I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm not telling you my moves. I'm just making moves to try to better myself while I'm in this toxic situation. That's how I transmute the energy. Like, this man has tried to stifle my creativity by telling me I'm too much. I'm too much. My light is too much. The way I dress is over the top, and you need to dress down. You need to dress a certain way because you intimidate men or whatever, or a certain type of man is only going to be attracted to you because you so flashy. You too flashy. Like, my creativity. Oh, girl. Like, this man was like, I had on something cute the other day, and he like, oh, where you going? No, he said, what's the occasion? I don't need an occasion to look nice. Like, he's so, when you around, and I've been with several men who's reflected those type of insecurities that my parents had. They was never able to be themselves. They got caught up in drugs and alcohol abuse that tormented their whole life. My father took a break from it when he was in his late 30s, early 40s, and ended up becoming a truck driver for a few years or whatever. But he always struggled with addiction. So I was like, this lifetime, like, I'm not carrying that. I'm breaking generational curses, and that shit bothers him. He knows he passed that generational shit from him on to me. We've had conversations. I've got paragraphs and paragraphs of text messages from this man about how we've been through similar things. And I'm like, yeah, but the difference is I stayed in my kid's life. You know how many times I wanted to give up because I don't feel no love and affection from nobody, because I'm outpouring all my energy to everybody else around me, and I'm not getting none in return. Like, that's crazy to me. So yeah, we might have, so you knowing that you went through a certain type of situation as a child. My parents are boomers, okay? They was born in the 50s. So you know what you experienced as a child, and you gonna put me through the same thing that your parents, like, they didn't fucking learn. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, how the fuck you get treated a certain type of way by your parents, and then you turn around and do the same thing and pass them same generational scars onto your own fucking children, and don't even recognize that what you have done to them is the reason why certain things in their life went a certain type of way. Like, you didn't even give them a fair chance at life, and you don't even recognize that nigga blame. Oh, you made all these crazy decisions. Yeah, I did, because I didn't have a solid foundation. I didn't have nobody who loved me, who supported me, who nurtured me in the way that I was supposed to be. So how the fuck did you think I was going to turn out? Like, these parents be having unrealistic ass expectations over the kids that they put their trauma on. Like, we supposed to grow up and live perfect fucking lives and shit. Like we gotta walk the line of perfection after what you did to me. I tried my best. And I be there for my kids. You know how much of a sacrifice of my life I put up so that my kids wouldn't feel the same way that I felt, so that I wouldn't abandon my children. Every time I had a thought that I might be like, oh, I want to check myself in, I want to check myself out. No, I'm not doing that emotional damage to my kids. And I texted him that. I told him that. Like, the difference is I was there for my children. As much as I wanted to give up, I still been there. And I wasn't just no shadow parent. I was the parent showing up. I was the parent at practices. I'm the parent who gives love to who hugs my children and tell them that I love them. I'm the parent that checks on my kid even when we're in the same house. I get up out my bed even when I don't feel like it, and I go down there and check on them. Hey, is y'all okay? Anybody need anything? Before I go to bed, I tell them good night. If it's a weekend and I go to bed before them, it's good night. See you when the sun come up. Me and my youngest son have a whole night ritual that we do where we giving each other rainbows and our favorite colors. I am that mom that put whatever her needs was aside so that my children wouldn't grow up the way that I did, feeling the lack of love. My oldest son already has a parent, his father, who doesn't show him love. He provides him material shit so he can say, yeah, I did this for my son. I did that for my son. That's the material shit. But that man admitted to me over the phone that he is not responsible for the emotions of his fucking child. Yeah, that's what he told me out his own fucking mouth. And you know what I did? I went to my son and I apologized to my son, and I will continue to apologize to my son for the hurt and pain that I made a decision to have a child by a man who was emotionally unavailable. I made that decision. I knew he was emotionally unavailable, and I got pregnant, and I decided to keep the child because I didn't want to have to deal with the karma that comes from that. I was like, matter of fact, I didn't even think about karma. What I thought about was I already had a previous miscarriage. I already lost a child. So if this one is meant to be in my life and I don't miscarry, then I'm not going to abort it. I'm going to keep it and deal with the consequences that come with it. And this is the consequences that come with it. That you have to sacrifice yourself. It is you have to sacrifice yourself, your well-being, the lack of love, and still try to heal your trauma while you with your kids. Like, I was sitting on the bed crying the other day. I tried to hide it from my youngest son, but he needed something. He came in my room. He seen me crying. He said, Mommy, what's wrong? I said, baby, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And you know what his response was? He gave me a kiss on my cheek. He gave me a hug, and he gave me my space. Like, my youngest son is, I swear, he's a whole separate another video. He's about to be 8 in the 8th year. And so I'm breaking generational curses, and it's hard as fuck. It's hard as fuck. And then it puts you in a space and a mind that you have to constantly battle with. Like, I have to constantly battle with being depressed. I have to constantly battle with not feeling no love from nobody. I have to constantly feel, I'm past the regret because I had to let go the regret of being a mom so that I could be a more present and active mom and not a mean mom, not a mom who's walking around with that internal anxiety and pain and fear that came from me having a child, especially with an emotionally unavailable man. And did I say this? I apologize, and I will keep apologizing to my son until I'm not here no more. Like, if that's what it takes to settle and give him the love that his father don't give him, and have the talks with him that his father don't give him. And talk to him about loving and because what he's going to end up doing is putting up a wall. And I told him this: you're going to put that wall up and you're going to attract emotionally unavailable women. If me and him, if he does not change how, if he don't transmute that energy that his father put on him. So I have to deal with that too. Like, it's so fucking much that I have to deal with. And all I'm asking for is somebody to love on me. And I keep getting the same shit anyway. So I'm going to go into where I think, because I wasn't supposed to go into that rant. But y'all know how I did. So I'm about to talk about where I think forgiveness came from. I think forgiveness is a concept that was created by man. Because the Bible was written by man, okay? They took the goddess out of the Bible and made it all man, 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 man. You came from man. You have to be subservient to man. You have to do what man said. You have to be slave to man. All of that shit. So I think because men was walking around, not walking around, they was going around the world conquering, warring, pillaging, raping, abusing, all types of women, mostly because women and kids was the casualties of war. They was doing this shit almost since the beginning of time. So when the fuck they created goddamn forgiveness, they put that shit in the Bible so that women And other men who didn't participate in the bullshit would forgive them. And they didn't need to be forgiven. I don't think it's our job as humans to forgive nobody for doing bullshit to you. So you mean to tell me after my essay that I'm supposed to forgive them? I got essayed by a family member and a fucking stranger. I'm supposed to forgive for what? It don't make me feel nothing. That's why I know that shit came from man. Because man was sitting around like, oh yeah, we need to put something in religion so that we can be forgiven for all of our transgressions against fucking humanity. Oh hell no, Dunkin' Donuts. I did want some Dunkin' Donuts, y'all. I'm gonna have to go to Chick-fil-A, because Dunkin' ain't doing it. I'm gonna have to go to Chick-fil-A. At least it's early, shit. But yeah, like I was saying, yo, I honestly believe that man put that shit in the fucking Bible so it can give people, so it can give them justification for all the dumbass bullshit that they was doing in the world. That's what I think. I ain't Chick-fil-A a little bit better. Man, this shit crazy, y'all. I'm supposed to bring my vegetables and shit so I can stop eating a lot of this stuff. But I was trying to get out the door at a certain time because I'm trying to be to work early. Because when you're a manager and shit need to get done and your employees not doing it, you gotta do it yourself. But so yeah, y'all, you know what, I know some people gonna come in the comments and say what y'all gonna say, and I'm gonna accept whatever y'all gonna say because everybody is entitled to how they feel about their walk and their journey. And I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel. I'm telling you, because when you look up the cultures that they say are myths now, the cultures that existed prior to the Bible, they wasn't talking about that. The gods, they was punishing people for doing shit. Like, they literally actively would punish you for doing some fuck shit. And so if it was up to us as humans to forgive people for doing dumb shit to you, where is the retribution? Ain't I'm supposed to feel better for forgiving people? Like, ain't that supposed to be they say it's supposed to settle your heart and your spirit and your soul and all that, and no it don't. That shit is for man. That shit is for man and women walking around here doing fuck shit to people. And then our forgiveness, we ain't God. We ain't God. If forgiveness is truly from God, then God is going to give forgiveness, not through humans. It's not our job to take on that type of shit from people that's constantly fucking you over. Hell to the fuck ass no. Hell to the fuck ass no. I don't believe that. I will never believe that. And if this lifetime, I'm not even... Because I don't believe the Bible in the way that it was written, are there some things in there that are quote unquote facts or whatever? Maybe. I'm not about to sit up here and debate nobody on that shit. I done studied all religions except for that Muslim shit, because I'm not. They don't even respect women. That's why they've been at war over in the Middle East since the beginning of time, because of how they treat their women. But I do know about the Quran. I do know some of the teachings that are taught in the Quran, because I've talked to people and I've studied some of it. I ain't getting deep as I've done Christianity, Catholicism, Buddhism, the Abrahamic religions, and then also the mythologies of Yoruba culture, of Greek culture, of Egyptian culture. I've studied a lot. I be having a lot of time. Like I said, because I spent a lot of time at home with my kids, I ate that sacrifice of trying to run out here and make money and work 2 jobs to provide a lifestyle. I stayed home most of the time with my kids, and whatever little bit of money I was making, it went to pay my bills, and then I was getting been blessed by certain grants and certain things that was helping me out along the way. So I spent a lot of time studying shit. Like, ever since the internet became a thing, you can go online and Yahoo and what was the old shit back in the day, X Jeeves and all of them back in the day. You could study all of these things. And them niggas was punishing people who was doing fuck shit. It wasn't up to us to do that shit. It wasn't up to us to forgive no fucking body. I don't believe that, and I will never believe it. I don't care what nobody put in the comments. Your journey is your journey. Your belief is your belief, and mine is mine. I'm not forcing my shit on nobody. That's just what I fucking believe. So I'm done on this rant, y'all. See y'all for the next one. Y'all gonna see I'm in the car, but you can kind of see I got on red today. All red, and I got on my rainbow socks. Let me see. Rainbow socks, red shoes, because that's how I like to roll. You feel me? Just because I like the rainbow don't mean I'm a part of the LGBTQ elemental P. I'm not. I just love the rainbow. I love anytime I am privy to see a rainbow. Love it, love it, love it. And that's it, y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease. See you on the next one. And deuces.